Hey everybody! Tonight we're going to welcome to my show. We're going to review The Day After Tomorrow, a rollicking disaster flick from one of the all-time great movie years, 1994.
2004.
Pulp Fiction, The Shawshank Redemption.
It was actually released...
The Day After Tomorrow.
The Day After Tomorrow premiered in 2004, though.
What's that?
It premiered in Mexico City, actually, which... I don't know why that was either, but in 2004.
I know it was 2004.
Righto, but you said...
I was making a joke.
Oh. Because it's the day, years after.
I was reading Gene Shalit's autobiography, to get tips on being a pro movie reviewer, and he said that your ability to pun is like a jump shot. It needs to be practiced every day.
Well, that wasn't really a pun.
Well, sure it was. 1994. You get it? It's math. You should know math. Otters are great at building dams and stuff.
That's beavers, but actually, you know what? I am pretty good.
The Day After Tomorrow. More like a cliche after tomorrow. Eh?
Well, that's not bad. It's still not technically a pun.
Oh,
but...
Everyone's a critic. Anyway, Day After Tomorrow. Ever wonder what 2014 would have been like with Dennis Quaid instead of John Cusack? Then, boy, do I have the movie for you. It opens with a nice action sequence in Antarctica. An ice action sequence.
Okay, Trevor, puns should serve the review, not replace
Action scientist Dennis Quaid jumps over a 5-foot wide ice chasm in our first introduction to the film's main villain, the Cold. But, irony of ironies, it is the cold that helps Dennis Quaid defeat his real enemy, emotional coldness. You see, like every disaster flick, this one is at heart a family movie. Dennis Quaid takes the love of his son for granted, which we take for granted in what the world won't freeze, but then sometimes it does. And this is also a good date movie because there are people falling in love. Hot date after tomorrow. Am I right? Was that a pun?
No, a pun is when you use multiple senses of a word at once. What Gene Shalit does...
Don't you dare speak ill of Gene Shalit!
Whoa, okay, no, buddy, he's great.
Anywho, lots of love going around. If I was going to title this movie, I would call it Love in the Time of Sentient Cold, which is a better title. Most titles are better than this movie's title. Another better title would be 2 Days From Now, though that's not very good either.
I would call it Sailor Ward is a handsome woman, and if I wasn't an artist...
This is a film about institutions. Weather is an institution when you think about it, and so is government. This is a movie really about what happens when you pit institutions against each other. It really makes you think. Like, normally, you don't get to see what happens if libraries fight against temperature or wolves fight against boats. But this movie has all of that. And great character touches. Like the British scientists, you think they'd be fans of science, but they were fans of Manchester United. Manchester United is an institution. One thing that doesn't really work is the science. But that's okay, because it's really about institutions and evil cold. And New York. I have never been to New York, but I think this movie really captured New York well. It's just a feeling I have.
Yeah, it definitely had a sense of place.
Urgency. There's a lot of urgency. Seriously, you think the action sequence was where the heroes are being literally chased by cold would look dumb, but no. Actually, they did look pretty dumb. Cold's a really tough bad guy to build action sequences around, but the heart of this movie isn't action.
It's institutions.
It's love. Love is an institution.
Love is a battlefield.
Was that a pun?
No, I was just quoting.
Love is a tennis score. Did I do it?
Yeah, I guess that was
B+.
kind of
Good night.
Da-da-da-dum.